my birthday was August 18th. And she was like, that's crazy. She was like, get out of here. I'm like, what? I'm like, yeah, my birthday's August 18th. I'm like, I'm not about to lie about it. And she's like, no, that's just crazy because my birthday is August 18th. So I'm thinking she's lying because she thought, I'm like, no, you're lying.
This is Jose Irvin Jr., a 32-year-old father of twins from Garfield Heights, Ohio, who would be chased across a busy street only to trip on a curb and be shot multiple times outside a Dunkin' Donuts in the early morning hours of October 4th, 2024. But before we get to the predatory chase that left a pregnant wife and one-year-old twins without a father, let me take you back to August 18th, 2023, where Jose's story began not with tragedy, but with a miracle that captured the hearts of millions across America. August 18th wasn't just any day for Jose Irvin Jr. and his wife, Sierra Blair. It was the birthday they both shared, a coincidence they had discovered early in their relationship when they actually pulled out their identification cards to confirm the dates. Jose was born on August 18, 1992, while Sierra was born exactly 1 year later on August 18, 1993. The couple bonded over this extraordinary synchronicity, joking about how fate had clearly intervened to bring them together. But what happened on their shared birthday in 2023 would elevate their story from a charming coincidence to a viral sensation that spread across Good Morning America, ABC News, and countless social media platforms. At Cleveland Clinic Hillcrest Hospital, Sierra had been induced early due to preeclampsia, a potentially dangerous pregnancy complication. As labor progressed on August 18th, Jose expressed his deepest wish to his wife. He told Sierra during those intense hours that he would love for their babies to arrive on their shared birthday, creating what would become an unforgettable family milestone. And then, just after midnight, his wish came true in the most spectacular way imaginable. At 12:35 in the morning, Jose Irvin III entered the world weighing 5 pounds 2 ounces. Just 60 seconds later, at 12:36, his twin sister, Aria Lynette Irvin, arrived, weighing 5 pounds 3 ounces. The fraternal twins were born 10 days earlier than their original due date of August 28th, with one baby in breech position requiring Sierra to undergo a cesarean section. Jose was overwhelmed with emotion, calling the births the best birthday gift ever. Dr. Jennifer Eaton, the chair of obstetrics and gynecology at the hospital, marveled at the extraordinary occurrence, stating that it was extremely rare for both parents and their newborn twins to all share the same birthday. The statistical odds of such an alignment have been estimated at approximately 1 in 133,000, making the Irvin family's quadruple birthday celebration a true phenomenon. The story exploded across media platforms, with features on ABC News, Good Morning America, and viral posts spreading across Facebook, Instagram, and other social media channels.
August 18th, my son came out at 12:35 in the morning, and my daughter came out at 12:36 in the morning. Told her my birthday was August 18th, and she was like, that's crazy. She was like, get out of here. I'm like, what? I'm like, yeah, my birthday's August 18th. I'm like, I'm not about to lie about it. And she's like, no, that's just crazy because my birthday is August 18th. So I'm thinking she's lying because she thought, I'm like, no, you're lying. It was a C-section. One of our kids was breech, so they had to C-section her. They were really supposed to be due on August 28th, so it was a surprise to us.
Actually, when I went, they told me, like, you made it quite far, because usually women pregnant with twins don't make it as far as I did. I almost made it to my delivery date. They were expecting me not to make it as far as I did.
If they're fine and she's fine, I would love for them to come on our birthdays. I can't wait for next year for us all to celebrate our birthdays together. I would love to take them out of town and do something great for them, like Disney World or something like that. That'd be very nice. to experience that. So I know it's going to be good from here on out.
Millions of people celebrated this joyful coincidence, sharing the story and commenting on the beautiful miracle that had brought the Irvin family together. Jose and Sierra became overnight celebrities, their beaming faces and precious newborns capturing hearts across the nation. But beyond the viral fame, Jose was building a life of purpose and ambition for his growing family. In February 2024, he graduated with a degree in building maintenance. He didn't stop there. Jose launched his own business called Jose & Sons HVAC, an entrepreneurial venture that carried his family name and symbolized his vision for a legacy that would involve his children as they grew. He was also enrolled in a welding program scheduled to begin on October 14, 2024, continuing to expand his skills in trades that offered financial stability and growth opportunities. The couple's happiness reached another pinnacle on June 22, 2024, when they married in a grand ceremony at Lee Several Baptist Church in Cleveland. Their love story, which had begun with a shared birthday coincidence, was now cemented in marriage, and the future looked extraordinarily bright.
And I love him to God.
All right, baby.
And I love him forever. And I love him forever. He will always be my best uncle that I ever had in my life.
Ah, yeah, man.
By October 2024, the family was preparing for even more joy. Sierra was 10 weeks pregnant with their third child, a baby they had already named Terry in honor of Jose's grandfather and aunt. The couple had also put down a deposit on a home in Parma, Ohio, a family-friendly suburb that represented their aspirations for stability and growth. Everything seemed to be falling perfectly into place for the Irvin family. In the early morning hours of October 4, 2024, around 2:45 in the morning, Jose Irvin Jr. left a local bar with his best friend and stopped at a Shell gas station near Turney and McCracken Roads in Garfield Heights. Jose and his companion were simply ordering food and drinks, looking forward to heading home after a night out with friends. Surveillance footage from the gas station captured Jose approaching a group that included two women he knew, possibly acquaintances from the neighborhood or the bar they had just left. In what should have been an innocuous interaction, Jose asked the group for a cigarette, a simple request that countless people make every day without consequence. But this request would trigger a confrontation that would escalate with terrifying speed into a deadly chase. An argument erupted between Jose and 29-year-old Wanye Arrington, a Cleveland man who was part of the group. The dispute quickly turned physical, with the two men beginning to scuffle in the parking lot. The women in the group intervened, separating the two men and seemingly defusing what could have been just another forgettable late-night argument. Jose and his friend had just received their order and were heading back to their car when the confrontation reignited. But this time, something had fundamentally changed. Arrington pulled out a gun, and upon sighting the gun, Jose did the only thing he could do. He ran. He fled across the busy thoroughfare of Turney Road, heading toward the Dunkin' Donuts on the opposite side of the street, desperately trying to escape the armed man who was now pursuing him with deadly intent. Jose's sister, Chloe Irvin Dozier, would later describe the chase as predatory, saying her brother was hunted like he was prey. Arrington chased Jose across the street with single-minded determination, closing the distance as Jose ran for his life. And then, in a moment that would be captured on surveillance cameras and would haunt Jose's family forever, he tripped. Jose stumbled on a curb in front of the Dunkin' Donuts, falling to the ground in the darkness. It was in this vulnerable moment, with Jose on the ground and at his mercy, that Arrington opened fire.
Buddy, and thanks for joining us tonight. I am Tracy Carlos. A man in Garfield Heights early yesterday morning. Today, his family talking to News 5's Jeff Love Coolidge about him. This isn't the first time Jose Irvin has been on News 5. Last August, he and his family were featured in a story that got national attention. But now, sadly, they are talking for a much sadder reason.
The family of Jose Irvin Jr. wants his turn himself in. On News 5's Jeff Love Coolidge. It began here at this Garfield Heights Shell station, and it ended over at that Dunkin' Donuts, where Irvin Jr. lost his life.
My son was begging. My son was saying, don't do this, don't be married. And they did it anyway.
It's an emotional time for the family of Jose Irvin Jr. His mom, Rhonda, alluding to this surveillance video obtained by News 5 that captured her son's down as he ran from the Shell gas station to the Dunkin' Donuts across the street.
When I got to the hospital, they told me I couldn't see my brother. They had already identified him, and they did not want us to see him like that.
His family says Jose was well known in Garfield Heights.
He used to go to the police station just to hang out with them, and they knew him very well. One person that knew him very well that broke down crying in my arms, Detective Patrick from Garfield Heights Police Station. He said as soon as he saw him, he knew who he was, and they tried to save him.
No matter what, anybody that knows Jose, they know all he wanted to do was have fun. He brought everybody together, whether you liked each other or not.
But Friday morning, there was a disagreement. Whatever it was over, Chloe says her brother wasn't a threat to anyone.
You see him ordering at the counter. What do you order, a Snapple? Something regular? And try to walk away. I just don't understand.
And now, with Jose gone, an entire family is broken.
He was awesome.
His mom, Rhonda, says he was the glue who kept everyone on task.
I know Jose. I know him. He would tell me, Mommy, you okay? And you will be okay.
And he leaves behind his wife, Sierra, whom we met last year in the hospital when the couple gave birth to twins, mom, dad, and babies, all born on the same day, making national headlines. The couple was about to move into a brand new home.
We just got married in June. We didn't even get to be married for 6 months without somebody feeling like they have a right to steal a life. We are not God. We don't have that right. And he's never going to get to meet his baby. His baby is never going to get to meet him.
His father, Jose Sr., has a message for his sons.
I just want to tell the guy, whoever you is, and we know who you is, to turn yourself in. You see what you done to my family?
The family has started a GoFundMe page for his family. Sunday at 3 o'clock, there will be a balloon release in his honor. In Garfield Heights, I'm News 5's Jeff Love Coolidge.
Jose's mother, Rhonda Wiley Irvin, would later tearfully recount the surveillance footage that captured her son's final moments before Arrington fired multiple shots. The surveillance video captured the sound of gunfire echoing through the early morning darkness. Arrington himself stumbled in the darkness during the chase. Jose was shot multiple times in the head, trunk, and right upper extremity. The bullets caused catastrophic damage, including injuries to his cervical spine and aorta. He was rushed to Marymount Hospital, where medical personnel fought desperately to save his life, but the injuries were too severe. At 3:34 in the morning on October 4, 2024, Jose Irvin Jr. was pronounced dead. The Cuyahoga County Medical Examiner ruled his death a homicide, the result of multiple gunshot wounds sustained during the predatory attack. After firing the fatal shots, Arrington, along with the two women who had been present, fled the scene in a car, leaving Jose's friend and other witnesses behind. The entire confrontation, from the initial argument to the final gunshot, had unfolded in a matter of minutes at a location that was supposed to be nothing more than a quick stop for food and drinks. When Jose's family learned what had happened, they were shattered. The brutality of the attack had left Jose's body in a condition that hospital staff determined was too traumatic for his loved ones to witness. Jose had been a fixture in the Garfield Heights community, someone who frequented the local police station just to spend time with officers, building relationships and being a friendly presence in the neighborhood. One detective, Patrick, from the Garfield Heights police station, broke down crying when he realized the victim was Jose, someone he knew personally and had tried desperately to save. The investigation into Jose's murder moved quickly. Police identified a car of interest based on surveillance footage from the scene, and detectives worked around the clock to track down the suspect who had fled after the shooting. The intersection where the murder occurred was a busy thoroughfare with cameras everywhere, providing investigators with crucial evidence. The majority of the incident had been captured on the gas station's security cameras, giving police a clear picture of exactly what had transpired and who was responsible.
New tonight, we are hearing from the family of a man shot in Garfield Heights last week. Our Mitty Hicks sat down with the family and has more on their emotional plea.
Well, Russ, there wasn't a dry eye in the room as we sat down with the family of Jose Irvin Jr. The family is trying to wrap their heads around this senseless killing and says it's time for the people responsible to come forward.
And they took my baby for nothing. They took my baby for nothing. They took my baby for nothing.
It's been a week since the lives of Jose Irvin Jr.'s family changed forever. Never in a million years did they think they would be answering the door for Garfield Heights police, telling them their loved one was and
him being gone the way he left here, it's been real hard.
Irvin was his parents' only son, the only brother to his 4 sisters. They all describe him as thoughtful, caring, always putting himself before others.
He was everything to me. When I would go to work, he would walk me to the bus stop and he would tell me, "Mommy, I love you so much."
Irvin was near a Dunkin' Donuts in Garfield Heights. While police haven't released any details about the suspect, the family tells 3 News they believe this all happened because Irvin asked 2 women he knew for a cigarette before a man with the women shot him. Irvin's family now wants everyone involved to turn themselves into the police.
We want justice. We want the guy to turn himself in.
Most people know Irvin for this picture. It went viral a little more than a year ago because he shares a birthday with his wife and twins. It's now a day they will never celebrate with him again, along with his unborn child.
It's been hell. It has, because it's like my worst nightmare came to reality. This is my biggest fear, and I'm forced to live in it.
Now the family has set up a GoFundMe for Jose's wife and now 3 children. We haven't heard back from Garfield police just yet on where they are in the investigation, but in the meantime, the family plans to have a candlelight vigil next Thursday with the local nonprofit working to end violence. Russ.
All right, Mitty Hicks in the newsroom. Thank you.
On October 15, 2024, 11 days after the murder, police arrested Wanye Arrington in Columbus, Ohio, approximately 140 miles south of Cleveland. Arrington was initially charged with murder and held on an extraordinary $10 million bond, reflecting the severity of the charges and his history of violent offenses. The case against Arrington strengthened rapidly.
Garfield Heights investigators say they have made an arrest in the murder of a man who was shot outside a Dunkin' Donuts on Turney Road earlier this month.
And we spoke with Jose Irvin Jr.'s family about the loss that they felt following that.
No matter what, anybody that knows Jose, they know all he wanted to do was have fun. He brought everybody together, whether you liked each other or not.
News 5's Jeff Coolidge has been following this story since that shooting, and tonight he brings us the new details on the arrest.
A detective with the Garfield Heights Police Department told me today that they did make an arrest in the murder of Jose Irvin Jr. It was nearly 2 weeks ago in the early morning hours of October 4th when a quick stop for snacks with friends after the bars closed ended in violence. Jose Irvin Jr. gunned down during an argument. He was shot as he ran across Turney Road to the Dunkin' Donuts. He would later die at the hospital. His sister Chloe told me they are glad police caught his before they said their final goodbyes this Saturday. Investigators told us he was caught in the Columbus area by law enforcement there Tuesday night. Many remember Irvin from this August 2023 interview as the proud papa of a family who was all born on the same day. The story gained national attention. Now he's being remembered by his family as a father who will never see his children grow up or even see the one that hasn't been born yet. Now, we don't know what the suspect's name is at this time. Detectives are not releasing it until he's brought back here to the Cleveland area. In Garfield Heights, Jeff Coolidge, News 5.
On October 24, 2024, a Cuyahoga County grand jury indicted him on multiple serious charges, including aggravated murder, 2 counts of felonious assault, and having weapons under disability. The weapons charge stemmed from Arrington's prior criminal history dating back to 2018, which included convictions for weapons charges and robbery. His most recent prior sentence had been 18 months in prison beginning in 2021, making him legally prohibited from possessing firearms at the time he shot Jose. At his arraignment on October 25, 2024, Arrington pled not guilty to all charges. Judge Brendan Sheehan reduced his bond from $10 million to $1 million, though Arrington remained detained at the Cuyahoga County Jail. Additionally, 37-year-old Candace Hinton was indicted on 2 counts of obstructing justice, though her specific role in the incident has not been fully detailed in public records. Jose's family attended the court proceedings, with his mother thanking police for tracking the suspect and bringing him to face justice. She expressed her determination to see justice served, stating powerfully that they took her life when they took her son. Jose's case is far from an isolated incident in Ohio's troubled landscape of gun violence. The similarities to other tragedies throughout the state paint a disturbing picture of how easily minor confrontations can spiral into fatal shootings, how unarmed victims repeatedly fall prey to armed aggressors, and how families are left shattered while justice remains elusive.
Well, we have some new information now at noon in the deadly shooting that happened outside a restaurant in Garfield Heights. Wanye Arrington is being held on $1 million bond. We were there when he faced a judge in court this morning. Investigators say Jose Irvin Jr. was at a gas station ordering food and drinks with friends when he got into a scuffle with Arrington in the parking lot. Well, he ran to Dunkin' Donuts. Irvin was shot several times and killed before police say the other man got in a car and drove away. Today, Irvin's family was in the courtroom. His mother thanked police for tracking the suspect to Columbus and bringing him home to face charges.
I want justice, and I will get justice, because they took my life when they took my son.
Well, we first met Irvin Jr. in August of last year when we did a story on him and his wife. They shared the same birthday and delivered twins on that same date as well.
Perhaps the most haunting comparison comes from the 2012 killing of Timothy Russell and Melissa Williams in East Cleveland, a case that mirrors Jose's death in chilling ways. Statistics from Everytown for Gun Safety show that Ohio experiences over 1,800 firearm deaths annually, with urban areas like Cleveland, Akron, and Columbus bearing the heaviest burden. A pretrial hearing was initially set for November 7, 2024 in Jose's case, but the proceedings experienced delays typical of complex homicide cases. By October 2025, a major pretrial hearing was scheduled for October 8th, with the full trial expected later that year. As of today, no verdict or trial outcome has been publicly reported, leaving the family in an agonizing state of limbo. While waiting for justice, Jose's family worked tirelessly to preserve his memory. They launched a GoFundMe campaign that raised $18,778 from 431 donors, exceeding their $15,000 goal. The funds helped cover funeral expenses and provided support for Sierra and the children. On the first anniversary of Jose's death in October 2025, the family held a powerful remembrance ceremony. They organized a balloon release and unveiled a billboard chronicling Jose's life, ensuring the community would remember him as a beloved father, husband, son, and brother. The city of Garfield Heights proclaimed October 4th as Jose Irvin Jr. Remembrance Day, officially honoring his impact on the community.
The family of Jose Irvin Jr. honored his life with a balloon release and a surprise tribute in Garfield Heights. News 5's Maya Lockett has more on how the family has been doing this past year and their thoughts as his accused goes to trial.
I just want to say, Jose, I love you so much, and I miss you so much.
It's been exactly 1 year since Jose Irvin Jr. was down, leaving behind a broken family.
I'm confused. I'm heartbroken.
And the journey to healing has been far from easy.
If you would have asked me this about maybe like 6 months ago, I would have been trying to run in front of traffic. I kid you not. It took a really long time to get to this part of my life where I'm at least, sane.
His wife, Sierra, who we introduced to you in 2023 when the couple gave birth to twins. Mom, dad, and babies all born on the same day. A few months later, the couple were preparing for their third child, whom Jose would never meet.
He have no pictures with his father. He has no memory. The only memory he's going to have is the stuff that I tell him.
On surveillance video at the Turney Pit Stop gas station shows an argument between Irvin Jr. and another man. In the video, you can see Irvin Jr. back away as the man in the white shirt, later identified as Wanye Arrington, pulls out a from his bag and chases him across Turney Road. You can hear several fired at Irvin as he trips and falls on a curb in front of the Dunkin'. A few weeks later, Arrington was charged with the fatal of Jose.
And I'm just praying that my kids never find that video. I'm praying that they never go look up what happened and find that video, because it's really going to mess them up, and I don't want that for them.
The family spent the anniversary of his remembering who he was as a son, brother, and father.
He was full of life. He loved being around his family and his friends. He was always that high spirit.
And the family wants as many people as possible to know who Jose was. They dedicated this billboard honoring his 32 years of life.
He deserves the love. He just deserves it.
The family is preparing to come face to face with Arrington, who has his first pretrial set for October 8th.
I'm going to have to relive everything that happened last year, and I'm dreading it, honestly.
But in the end, they just want justice for Jose. Reporting in Garfield Heights, Maya Lockett, News 5.
For Jose's widow, Sierra, the journey through grief has been almost unbearable. She candidly shared that 6 months after Jose's death, she was so devastated she considered running into traffic. Sierra was 10 weeks pregnant when Jose was killed, expecting their third child, named Terry, around June 2025. The family has also endured additional devastating losses. Jose's brother, Jose de Carlos Coleman, passed away on December 6, 2024, just 2 months after Jose's murder. And then his sister, Brittany Lene Irvin, died on June 26, 2025, marking 3 siblings lost within less than a year. Jose's sisters have been vocal in honoring his brother. Chloe Irvin Dozier emphasized that Jose wasn't a threat to anyone. Diosha called Jose the light of everybody's life, while Chloe described him as the family's glue. As the family prepares for trial, Sierra expressed her dread at having to relive everything. But despite the pain, the family is united in their desire for justice, hoping Arrington will spend the rest of his life in prison. What do you think about this case? And have you experienced something like this before? Let me know in the comments section. Also, click on one of the cards on your screen to see more videos like this.